Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Returning to Light with Julia Treat. That's me, your host today. I am joined today with Danielle Matthews. You guys are familiar with Danielle. She is my friend and my colleague from ASEA. Welcome, Danielle.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I was just giggling, guys, because I have not done this in a while. If you're listening to my podcast, you will be able to see this on YouTube. We are recording a video. I have not recorded a video in a very long time. And I'm going to get back to it because it's a lot of fun. But we were giggling because I was like jamming up the buttons. But today I really wanted to touch base with, living with purpose and what that means and how that can change and shift as we go through this thing called life and things happening for us instead of to us that will help us determine, is this what I want to do anymore? And staying stuck in those feelings of feeling lost. I mean, I did for the past 2 years. A lot of I lost some family members and I was kind of lost for a couple of years. And then one day I just woke up and said, I'm sick of this. I don't want to do this anymore because it's getting me nowhere. And I am meant to help others, however that may be. I want to just give a real quick backstory in case some of you don't know this. I have a master's in speech pathology, and I was doing that. I was seeing children at home, like 2 and 3 year olds at their homes. It was a lot of fun. I always said I got paid to play, but I experienced a lot of miracles with those kids, children that couldn't talk, maybe couldn't swallow correctly, and I did that for many years. And then I opened up to my spiritual gifts, which I realized I was using at that time too, and I decided to move into doing sessions with people and readings and things like that. And what I found with those families that I had been a part of it was very difficult for them to let go of that I was going to leave that and do something else. But I had to do what was right for me, in my heart. And as difficult as it was to leave that, the next chapter of my life has been absolutely amazing. So after the last 2 years and going through this, I think I put myself in a cocoon. I don't know if it was just to heal or protect, who knows? Maybe I was just pissed off, but I realized that this isn't working anymore. And does this light me up anymore? And the truth of the matter, as I have been introducing ASEA to people, including my mother, I have witnessed so many miracles that has really been the spark to my next chapter. And and Danielle knows because she has had something happen to her in her life happened for her so that she would then find her next purpose. So I guess I wanted to have this chat today with you, Danielle, to help people who might feel stuck, either stuck in the old story that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, or stuck in I don't know what to be doing, or maybe not feeling fulfilled in what they're doing, right? Because we're a part of this amazing group, this ASEA family, and I've been calling in my family, my new tribe. It turns out it's the ASEA family because they're the happiest bunch that I've ever been a part of. They are changing humanity. They're helping people, create their own miracles within their bodies. And I'm just blessed to be a part of it. And so we are in a kind of a, what would you call it, Danielle? It's a group thing that we're doing right now. There's a lot of energy going with the group. And we were asked, what is your why has to be big enough as to why you're doing this. And I started thinking about my motivation. And I have a lot of motivators about this. One is my mother was starting to, her mental capacities were diminishing significantly to where I was considering whether she was going to need to go into a place of, to take care of her. And I introduced her to ASEA, and everything has been completely reversed, and she is living independently and is not forgetting a thing. And so that's a major motivator. But I mentioned to you not too long ago that I think I actually sent you a message. I drive Danielle crazy, I'm sure. I sent you so many messages. But I said, I've been thinking about my motivator. And, a few years back when all this started, they built a hospital a half a mile from our home. And there is a life flight helicopter that flies over our house 4 or 5 times a day. And so when I get up, and I worked on my ASEA business 10 hours yesterday, 10 hours straight. I have some special things I'm working on that you are aware of. And I was so excited for the entire 10 hours. And every time I just take a breath when that helicopter flew over and I go, this is why I'm doing this, to keep people off of that helicopter.
Yeah.
So I've taken up the show here so far, Danielle, but I'm sure you can relate or understand because you've run into many people who are a part of ASEA now that have experienced things that I'm experiencing.
It's been amazing to witness, over the last 10 years, I have coached, mentored, gotten to know, become good friends with. I would say those friends have become like family to me. And I've gotten to witness like the phases of life, and how people move through things. And what you said about a cocoon, I love that because I think everyone, honestly, like globally, after going through the pandemic, things shifted for people, and life hasn't quite felt the same since. And people haven't known what to do with that. And I think whenever when you go through something traumatic or intense, like you did, life is offering you the opportunity to look in a different place for answers and to shift your perspective. I think all of us are always being guided to the exact right thing at the exact right time. And I guess humanity needed to start looking somewhere different for solutions. And I think we all were invited to go inside more. We were invited to we were literally invited to be at home, but like literally, if you took the time, and I've watched some, to just kind of pause and go, whatever's going on out there, number one, I don't really have control over it. And so, what do I have control over? And what is going to bring me joy? And how do I want to live my life? And if things were going to end tomorrow, like, am I having the purpose? Am I moving through this life in the way that I want to? And I think that it's beautiful to stop and pause and ask those questions. And I love it's like the last 2 years, you took a breath and you just went, something's not working. And sometimes you got to go in a cocoon. You got to kind of shut down. And when you come out, it's different. And the people around you aren't quite sure what to do with you because, the person they knew, they're like, wait, where'd you go? And the thing is, you didn't leave, you've just transformed. And so now it's like you're looking at things a little bit differently. You're saying, hey, I want to create life in a different way now going forward. And we all have permission to do that. We don't have to go through traumatic things at any moment. We can just stop. And the thing is, if you just stop and ask yourself, is this fulfilling me? Is this lighting me up? If the answer is not a like, heck yes, then we need to stop and audit that. Is there something you can do to change your surroundings so that they do light you up? Is there something you can do with your own mindset to shift the way that you are interacting and being with the external circumstance? Because truly, that's where we have most of our power. And do you need to start working on a new avenue, a new road? Do you need to get yourself around new people? It's like we all have this beautiful seed of potential sitting inside of us. And if it's not in the right soil, it's never going to grow. I've been attempting to garden. I started with an herb garden, and so from seeds, and it was amazing to watch. Like some took off, some didn't, and I started to see like, oh, this one like the light wasn't quite white, and this one maybe I like it got overwatered. Like that one was like super wet. Apparently, I rotted out the seed. There's like things in our environment that do impact us the same way it does those seeds. But it's like when you get in the right place and that's, what I've liked to cultivate with ASEA over the last decade is I've just said, look, I want to create the right environment so that people feel welcome, so that they feel like, I'm accepted here. It's okay to fail here. It's okay to kind of be a little confused. It's okay to like go out on a limb and try something new, even though the people around me think I'm crazy. These people are breathing life into me. They're breathing belief into me. They're breathing potential into me. Like that's a space I want to create so people's seed of potential can grow. And you've known that since I met you years ago. Like that space has always existed and people can come in or they can come out. But it's like I try to create the space and hold it for everybody. Just stay very grounded in that and allow people to kind of move through that because I have watched amazing things happen. And the truth of the matter is, Julia, like I even tell people, like, at the end of the day, I don't really care so much if it translates into you growing some amazing ASEA business. I care that you get lit up on your life's purpose. Like you get lit up about life, that you wake up and you're excited about what you're doing and that you feel empowered to like step into more and more and more of yourself and to transform. Like that's what life's about. It's about becoming. And if you're not in a place where you are supported in that becoming, then, we need to find a new place. We need to find new soil for you to go into. And I'm really proud of you having kind of witnessed and had a front row seat to all of this that's going on with you. It's like, it's amazing to watch you come out and go, this is the direction I want to fly. And like, I hope people come with me because this feels really good and I see so much potential here. And like that energy, it's kind of like you've started moving a train and you're inviting people to come on the train, you know? And
Right.
it's like they can get off at the next stop, but like it's a good ride, you know? And when you find people that are lit up, that are excited, I always say like pause, look at what they're doing. You know, go be around that because it's going to light you up too.
Exactly. Oh, so well said. And, I wake up every day excited to hop on and see what new testimonial is online because, I mean, the ones that are coming, I mean, they always blew me away, but the ones that are coming now, I mean, mind blowing. A gentleman in the wheelchair can't write or speak. And now for his story was 90 days on ASEA and he's mobile, doesn't need his wheelchair anymore, can write and speak. People with breast issues. Like it's just everything right now is mind blowing. And guys, if you ever want to go look at some of these testimonials, I'm going to say to start with the most recent, which I think is 162, number 162 as of today, is that you just go to realredoxresults.com and the password is redox, REDOX, and just start listening because it may not be for you, but it may be someone that you love that is going through a similar situation. And I truly believe that this is the miracle that everyone's been praying for. And I'm checking the time because I know we have Danielle's a busy gal. She has something coming up in a little bit. But for those of you that haven't heard the story of how I even came across ASEA was when the pandemic started. I literally put it out. We need a miracle. God, universe, we need a miracle. Everyone needs a miracle, regardless of who they are, what they're doing. And I saw a bottle that we would be drinking out of. Do not drink out of the bottle, by the way. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute because I screwed up there. Okay. But it was a bottle that we would be drinking, but I didn't know what it was. I believe I might have known it was a blue. I'm trying to remember back, but regardless, it was a bottle. Then it was a year later that I saw Danielle on a show as the guest. They were doing an interview with her about this bottle. And I was glued. I was covered in chills. I knew, and I actually couldn't even sleep all night long. And I was like, oh my God, that's it. And I was remembered that year ago, that vision the year prior. And so, I do believe in divine intervention. I do believe that we receive guidance, and it really is up to us to take the steps to embrace that. And I do like to say too, if you're doing the same thing over and over and nothing's changing, it's time to change what you're doing. That's just, and I had to take my own advice. I had to look at all the things that I didn't like in my life and more that I was doing or trying to put out there and just what do I love to do? Because that's really what I feel like we're here to do. And like I said, that can shift from being speech therapists to little kids to doing readings for tons of people and helping, thousands of people doing that to now focusing on it might sound weird the way I say it, but I'm saying focusing on the living and stopping the suffering with the living. I mean, just gonna say it like I've been getting it. The message that I've been receiving is, Julia, just share, help them in their suffering. All right. So my mom said something to me, I always check in. I go, Mom, when you taking your ASEA, how's you doing it? And I have her taking it sporadically throughout the day and the night because I did hear something about it lasting in your body about 4 hours, I believe, is what they determined. And I was really, determined to get her scruples straightened out so she could like live alone and have an independent life. And she goes, I'm not going to live forever. I said, I know, Mom, but you don't have to suffer as long as you're here. That's what the miracle is. So we're talking a lot about ASEA, and it is my passion. It brings me joy every single day. I really wanted to talk about living with purpose today because when you're not, and I wasn't. I mean, I was just taking care of people, my family members, and going through the emotions for 2 years. You really your body, by the way, starts reacting too. Things just start getting yucky, and it's like sleep until 9 or 10. I did have some days where I was doing that. And now I'm up at 7 a.m., which is early for me, and excited about my day and getting it going and sharing with whoever will listen. I have to tell you, Danielle, I have learned to always keep at least this blue bottle with me anywhere I go, and I have little trials because you never know who you're going to run into. And we were out on our brand new Harley Davidson motorcycle. We're having a ball on Mike's new motorcycle. We were out the other day, and this couple came and sat beside us at the bar. And she was really friendly, got to talk, and she's like, "Oh my, look at my hand," and she goes, I got bit, and her fingers were swelling up, and she's like, "I don't know. I hope I don't have to go to the hospital." And she goes, "I can't." She was like doing this. She's like, "I can't really bend it." I didn't say anything. I went out to our bike. I got out of the saddlebag thing. I got this. I had about a half a bottle left, and I brought it in. I said, "Here, just rub that all over. Just rub it all over where you got bit, all over your knuckles, everything." I'm not kidding you. Not everyone has instant relief. A lot of people do. She was, oh my God. She was going around the restaurant telling people. And I actually just gave her the rest of the tube. I said, here, just take it home, just in case you need for something else. Her husband had a knee issue. So it's just fun. Maybe I kept her from going to the hospital. I don't know. But it's just fun to have that power in your hands to say, try this, just try this. And then get that instant gratitude of thank you. Oh my gosh, my knuckles even hurt before I got bit, and they don't hurt at all right now.
Yeah.
So I listen to everything you suggest.
Yeah. You get paid in goosebumps in this work. It's like, it's amazing to be able to know that, hey, just because I made a decision, decided to open my mouth, decided to share something, like I've made a positive impact in somebody else's world. I think it's like the mission statement of ASEA is to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world.
That's
And
my mission statement. That's why we clicked.
yeah. And I just like, it's every day you wake up, you put your feet on the ground, and it's like, how can I be a positive force? How can I go out there and do that? How can I better somebody's life today? It's a beautiful thing to wake up and do and be surrounded by other people that are in that same energy. It's like hearts are open. It's like I'm in service to the people that I come across. I trust the divine to put them in my field and to just know that, hey, if you're in my field, it's because we're supposed to be talking. And you bring that and you just look at everything as a divine appointment. It's an internal switch. Whether you're part of a seer or not, I want you to hear what I'm saying. Like if you look at every single interaction you have in life as though that is a divine appointment, you're meant to be learning something or you're meant to be helping that person. And if you just quiet your mind enough and you get really present and you get engaged and you start talking with people and you start asking questions and you get curious and you connect with other people, it's like life will become magical. I think we're all so sucked into our cell phones and like people, like we're so connected with social media, but we're the opposite of connected. Everyone
Right.
is so isolated. I even have to check myself. Sometimes, I'll be in the same room as my boyfriend and I'm like, oh my God, put the phones down.
Yeah.
Folks just got so absorbed, it's like it's amazing. They've hacked our brains. Like they
Hmm.
know what to do to get the dopamine so that we just keep doing whatever. It is crazy. You have to be very conscious about put that aside. Let's go out here. Let's go in nature. Let's go do this. And I would just encourage you to just go out and about and set the intention. Just allow the right people to cross my path that are meant to, and open yourself to divine guidance, to allow
Hmm.
creativity to move through you and see what that brings your day. The thing is, like, you don't even need to change your current position probably and whatever you're doing, but if you change how you show up in it, things will change. You're going to attract in different
Absolutely.
people and different opportunities, and like stuff's just going to open up. And it all starts with an inner shift. And so, Julia, I'm so excited to see this inner shift in you. I feel like the light's back on.
It is.
Feel
Even
like you're back
Michael, even
home.
Michael notices. I think it was tough
Yeah.
on him to watch me struggle.
Yes. Yeah. And it's tough. And
Absolutely.
we all go through it. And it's like, we don't beat ourselves up when we're in those times. It's normal. Life is, it's polarity, it's day and night, right? There's love and
Hmm.
hate. Like you won't appreciate the good if you don't have the bad. And the bad, it's like, I always think, like, well, darkness and those times, like that's when seeds germinate. That is when the roots can start going deeper. That's when you get really secure in who you are and what you want. And then as it starts to lighten and you start to come forth, like it gets brighter, but you need that time in the darkness to get connected, to get rooted down, to really understand who you are and isolate from the external. It's normal. I've gone through these ebbs and flows so many times in my life, and I just know when it's good, all right, it's going to cycle back to, the not so good. And when it's not so good, it's going to cycle back to good. It's like neither one's permanent. And the thing is, I mean, honestly, if we just talk about how you really want to get through life, have no preference to the good or the bad. Just see the whole in all of it. If you literally can just be with the unity, you don't like we move into dualistic thinking where we think, well, this is better than that. I want to be doing this. I don't want that. Just stop and realize this is just one of these moments. And don't say it's better than the other or worse than the other. You just, if you see it for the whole that it is, day leads to night and night leads to day. and good leads to bad and bad leads to good. It's like it's learning, it's lessons, it's like layers that have to be shed off of you. Like this is just what has to happen. So
Yeah. I want to talk about loops because it's also important to notice, okay, am I in a loop? I'm going through this loop again. Okay, and how do I stop this looping? You know, what?
back.
And it's really going within and saying, how did I get into this loop and how do I break it this time? So I hope, Danielle, that we can continue these talks. I would love to have you on again and let's continue chatting. And guys, this isn't just an ASEA talk, but I thought it was important that you understand why I talk about ASEA so much, because it is so important to me now, after witnessing even my mom's own shift and many other people that take a look at your life. Like, where are you wasting time? I was wasting a lot of time doing things, watching things that I really didn't need to anymore. And, what is it? What is it that I need? How can I help others? And even putting that out there, just what are my next steps? Just showing my next steps. Or where's my miracle coming from? Showing my miracle. What do I need to do? Or what do I need to eliminate? Things like this. So put it out there and you will get your answer. And then it's up to us to follow those steps, whatever shows up for us. So I hope that if you are struggling or searching, that you find your purpose, your next purpose. And I hope that you feel as much joy and satisfaction and excitement as I do now that I am fully in on this purpose. As you said, we get paid in goosebumps, but I also tell people, like, I basically feel like God pays me to help people. Like, that's really what's up. I just share and I'm getting paid and taken care of, all right, to stay taken care of while I share the message. So this is really taking off and going to the more that's coming to the surface about this. And ASEA is ready to like explode. So if you want to, if you want to learn more about ASEA, you want to maybe join the team or just chat with me about it. I'm happy to chat with you personally. You want to try the products. You can just go to ASEAglobal.com/Julia Treat. Be sure if you do buy products that you use the promo code Julia Treat, all capital letters. You'll get an extra 10% off right now. So I am still doing readings. If you look for that as well, I'm still available for that. I just wanted you to know where I am in life right now and that I'm back. The lights turned on, as Danielle said, and I am so grateful for you, Danielle, for ASEA, and for all of you listening. Thank you so much. I can't wait to chat with you again. And Danielle, we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.